How'd that sound?
Sounds great.
Sign up for Rev Voice today for as low as $14.99 a month. You get lots of free features, lower long-distance rates, and great sound quality. Call us at 601-8992 to sign up for Rev Voice today.
Coming up, a mentally challenged man allegedly shot by police. Why he's speaking out 8 months later. A former national security minister defends officers. The transport minister concerned about a series of oil spills. Plus, meteorologists predicting dangerous sea swells. Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Vonique Tude, and NB12, the weekend edition, starts now. Topping news, the Royal Bahamas Police Force has come under heavy fire in recent weeks following reports of custody deaths and police-involved shootings. But little is ever said months and years after such incidents occur. Well, tonight, a man who was allegedly shot by police last summer is speaking out on how it's impacted his life. He sat down with our Jasmine Barnaby.
It's been 8 months since Renewal was shot, and according to his family, it's been a daily struggle as they try to cope with that nearly fatal night. Last year, 6 people died in police-involved shootings. Rule was shot on July 5, 2012. A day after the shooting, police reported that the incident took place around 8 p.m. that night, just outside Royal's Takeaway on Market Street and Wolf Road. A brief press release issued by the police only explained that officers thought Roll was acting suspiciously. He was shot in the abdomen. 8 months later, he has still not been charged with a crime. Reflecting on that night, the 24-year-old still insists he was just standing in line with his friends when officers asked him to put his hands in the air. The next thing he says he recalls was being shot. The Brom Street resident who was mentally challenged says that night forever changed his life.
I don't know how I can put it. I still just gotta look over my shoulders because I don't want to get shoot again. I still gotta look over my shoulders. I used to have pain, my chest. I can't eat a full meal. I can't do none of that. Because the pain will be there for. But it ain't stop around 12 o'clock. I just can't eat a full meal.
So you're in pain every day, basically?
Every day. And if I walk too long, I'll have shortness of breath. I just can't walk too long.
Have you been able to do any work, or have your injuries hampered you from moving on in your life?
I stay home. I used by the church. I just can't work like that.
Calls to senior police officials for comment on the case were not returned up to airtime. But Roll says he carries more than just memories from the incident. Roll, who has had epileptic seizures from childhood, now has a slew of other medical issues after being shot in the abdomen. Key among them, damage to his kidneys. As a result, he now has to get shots to boost his immune system every 3 months. His mother, Patricia Clark, describes the situation as a nightmare and says the medical bills continue to mount.
It was really traumatizing to me. It's just like I took the bullet because I had sleepless night. Like whenever I wake up, I wake up with my heart racing, and like I seen the whole thing. It's just so late now that this year step in, I sort of like calming down from it. I am looking for justice, and justice is what will come.
Clark says the family's next move is seeking legal action. The family has hired a lawyer to explore their legal options. The statute of limitations to file a case expires a year to the day Reno was shot. Reporting for NB12, I'm Jasmine Barnaby.
Government's Urban Renewal 2.0 has been touted as a major deterrent to crime. However, some residents of inner-city communities have questioned how they're expected to partner with police, which is a major component of the program, after hearing about stories like that one. Urban Renewal co-chair and former National Security Minister Cynthia Mother-Pratt says recent reports are cause for concern. However, the public should not be so quick to judge.
Well, certainly we are concerned when we get reports like that, but we must also find out whether they are founded or not. Some things we don't know the full story behind what is told, but certainly yes, we are concerned when these things happen. But at the same time, I know that we all are looking for a safe environment to live in, and the police must do its work. But bearing in mind, they must do it within the law.
Though police have been heavily criticized, she told NB12 it has not impacted the Urban Renewal Commission's work.
Things are happening in the area that is causing a change in the area to bring about civility. More or less, people are really becoming concerned about the amount of lawlessness sometimes that take place among our young people. And certainly when urban renewal comes in, it makes a difference because the police presence is always there. And not only the police, but you also have civilians joining in with the police who are now doing a lot of walkabouts, crime watch areas are being established and things like that. So we're excited about the way forward.
More than a month after Bahamians voted against the regulation and taxation of web shops, Bahamas Christian Council President Reverend Ranford Patterson admits it bothers him that those illegal businesses are still open. Though the Christian Council's Vote No campaign ended on January 28th, Patterson says they are still watching to see how government handles the matter. Attorney General Allison Maynard Gibson recently revealed that her office is seeking to have lifted the injunction that prevents authorities from shutting down numbers houses. Patterson warns if web shops remain open, government would have to answer to thousands of angry voters.
I don't believe that they will remain open. The government has a responsibility to hear what the people say. If they don't, they'll meet the people again. Well, you can read between the lines. We will do what we have to do to speak to the government, that they must do whatever it takes, legislatively wise, to ensure that the will of the Bahamian people are carried out.
Voters also rejected the establishment of a national lottery. Reverend Patterson says Bahamians must not be made to feel as if they wasted their time by voting in the controversial gambling referendum.
It bothers me a whole lot, but here's my position. My position is, even though they are still open, the Bahamian people spoke loud and clear. The onus is now on the government of the Bahamas to fulfill the will of the people. Now, it's a court case. I'm not going to get into any of the court matters.
Chief Justice Sir Michael Barnett will consider an application from the AG's office to have that injunction lifted on Wednesday. The Met Office has issued a special weather statement warning of dangerous swells on Sunday. Officials are warning motorists and pedestrians to exercise extreme caution near Long Wharf, Glow Bend, Saunders Beach, the caves on West Bay Street and Eastern New Providence, as well as the Glass Window Bridge on Eleuthera. Residents of those areas are being urged to take the necessary steps to protect life and property. Met officials warn dangerous swells will result in sea sprays and overtopping water tomorrow, noting that moderate to heavy swells have begun bombarding the coastlines of the more eastern Bahama Islands as well as the Turks and Caicos Islands. It's the result of a deepening low-pressure center off the Carolina coast.